What is up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. Had a question from Sean404 asking about some options at the end of your lease term, and we're going to get into that in a second. Just wanted to give a quick update. I ended up getting a load out of Washington, headed to Allentown, Pennsylvania. Plenty of time on the load. I'm sitting out here in Wisconsin right now. It's minus 23 degrees. So my truck's been running all night. I tried to just do the APU thing the other night when it got down to minus 18, and it felt like my truck didn't really want to start all that well the next day. So we're gonna burn a little bit of extra fuel. For anybody that was out there questioning my log skills, I did just pass a level 3 inspection, where this was in Montana, and that DOT officer told me, "You definitely dot your I's and cross your T's on your logs." And I was like, yes, I do. Anyway, let's get to this question. And then my next video, which might be right after this video, we're going to be talking about something that I will never, ever do again. So be on the lookout for that. Now, as far as the lease goes, you have a lot of people that like to run their mouth about Prime, that have larger YouTube channels, that like to answer questions and things like that. And one of the things that he is alluded to in this is that what Prime will do is they'll give somebody a lease, a 3-year lease, and then they lease a truck, and then they turn in the lease, and then Prime just leases it all over again and releases the same truck like a bunch of times. First of all, every lease has a leased in date on it. So when you go into lease, whether you're upgrading as out of TNT or you come back and want to lease another truck, you have options anywhere from, I've seen as low as 6-month leases, which there might even be some lower than that, all the way up to your traditional 3-year lease. So what a lot of people will do is, if they know they want to order their truck or their own truck, what they'll do is get a short-term lease, maybe 6 months, or let's say a year, just to make things even. Lease a truck for 3 months, order the truck's going to come in, let's say 3-4 months down the road, or coinciding with the end of your lease, and now you have a truck specifically spec'd out to what you want as far as what your options are with Prime. So you can keep turning leases over every 3 years or however long that lease is, and getting a new truck and moving forward. What I would suggest doing at some point, I've crunched the math every single way you could do it, and if you have the ability to do a lease purchase on that, put down the $14,000 or 13 or 12 or whatever it is at that point, because your down payment is going to decrease $1,000 for every year that you have leased a truck with Prime. That would be my suggestion. Now, one of the things he said is, I like the ability to get a brand new truck every 3 years. Well, you can still do that with the regular lease purchase, but what I would suggest to do is bite the bullet on the first one, put down the $14,000, you run your 3-year lease. When your lease is up, that's when you really start making money, because now you don't have a truck payment. So there's a savings of, let's say, $4,500 a month right there. But Lyle, I don't want to ride a raggedy truck that's like 3 years old. What I would suggest doing is just run it for 3 months. So that's essentially making you an extra $15,000, which would be equivalent to, let's say, your average 3-year lease completion bonus. Then sell the truck. I think Success Leasing might be buying those back, or just sell it on the market. Do whatever you want to do, but that's how I would handle it if I just wanted a new truck every 3 years. So I might keep the truck 3 years and 3 months if that was my goal. Anyway, I hope that answers your question. In short, let's just tie this together. If you want a lease, or if you want to lease every 3 years, you have 2 options near the end of your lease. Order a truck, get it spec'd out the way you want, or just go back to Success Leasing and pick whatever is on their availability list, most people are going to go ahead and order that truck so they can have it how they want to have it. I have heard a lot of people doing shorter term leases in succession, so that's another way to do it. Complete these shorter term leases and go that route. Anyway, I'm about to get prepared for the video of something that I am never going to do again, and maybe post that, later on today, because this has been on my mind for about the last week and a half, 2 weeks. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by No Keeping Trucking and Transportation. I appreciate it. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.